Page 61, Waltz for the left hand. A challenge piece, kind of a fun piece. The melody's in the left hand. A waltz is a type of dance or type of music that is usually in 3/4 time. You get that 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. For the left hand, it's telling you the left hand gets the goodies, which is the melody. The right hand gets the chords. The left hand is also moving around a bit. We need to talk about that. So let's look this thing over. It's 4 lines long. Treble and bass clef, 3/4 time signature. We got quarter notes and dotted half notes. Okay, we can do that, I think. Right hand first. Let's make sure we got these chords okay. It's just the chords we've been using. You start out with C chord, and then you got the G7 chord. The thumb comes down. You want to be able to do this without looking at the keyboard eventually. You can move the thumb down one. In the third line, you come up here. The thumb stays where it is, and the rest of the hand comes up. And you got the F chord. And again, you want to get to where you can make this move without looking at the keyboard too. You can feel going up or down one key. That's much for the right hand. The left hand, you're starting out here, C position. It's just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Get the idea? Now, at the end of the second line, you get a rest, which is handy because in the third line, you got to move your hand up here. Third finger on A. So you're here to here. You have 1 beat rest to move. You just lift up and move. 2, 3. 2, 3. Now we have a problem. Because the fourth line, the left hand has to be back down here. There's no rest. There's no time to go down there. What happens? Okay, when we put in the phrasing, you're going to lift up. So when you lift up, you also move. You're just doing, so instead of here, when I lift up, I simply move. You got to know where you're at and where you're going and which fingers are involved. Here, I'm here, and I want to go to here. These 2 fingers, index finger here. Up and I'm going to move. So I'm aiming that index finger where I want it to go, and the hand just goes along. So here and here. The beat must go on. You don't mess up the beat because you move the hand. You're just cutting this dotted half note a little bit short, just a little, long enough to get there. There. We do practice hand movements in piano when we need to, because the beat needs to be a steady beat. So put the hands together. It's hold that down as you do these. Get the idea? In the third line, you come up here, you're in middle C position. Get the thumb out of the way and move forward. And now, again, the left hand's going to come down. Okay. So you put the hands together, and then when you're comfortable enough with it, no hesitations anywhere, keep it nice and slow, and we can try the articulation. Now I have phrasing in the left hand. See, each one of these is a musical thought, therefore it's a phrase. And so you lift up. It's like taking a breath. And the second line, it's all one phrase. And the right hand, we got staccatos. You're on flexing at the wrist, you're on it here. The idea, and at the end of the second line, the half note is not staccato. Rest. They both come up on beat 3, and the left hand has to move. Then in the last line, the last 2 measures, the left hand's tight. You hang on to it. Once you're comfortable with the articulation, then we can try the dynamics. I don't like the I wish they wouldn't do this. I really do. This isn't how it really is. I'd like you to see it how it really is. That EMF at the beginning should be between the staves, not under it. They're giving you a dynamic for each staff. We don't need that. You need the MF for the melody, and you just make everything else softer than that. So moderately loud where everything that is, and then this is just a little softer. because I want to hear this all the time I'm playing that. So I want to hear that. And that's basically the dynamics until you get to the bottom. And then you have a dim E writ. Well, a few things going on here. Let's talk about it. Dim is short for diminuendo, which means gradually get softer. You're moderately loud here at this is the last line, second measure. You're moderately loud there. And each note's going to get just a little softer. You experiment with that. Now, it doesn't say how soft to get, just a little softer. Down to about a medium soft or sort of soft. That means the right hand has to be very soft, because all the time I'm playing this in the last two measures, I want to hear that. That's the melody. So you want to stay relaxed, and it's just very light, very little weight. Yeah. Then the E, demi writ. E means and. Writ is short for retardando, which means slow down. Now, they don't always put these in exactly where they go in the music. You have to kind of interpret the music. Where it is you wouldn't slow down to the last two measures here. And then you'd slow down here with the right hand. That's okay. The way they spread it out, I get the impression that's what they want. You start getting softer, and now slow down. Okay. But in a lot of pieces, the demi writ will be all bumped together, and you have to decide how you're going to do it. So I could start slowing down with the quarter notes. That's interpretation. You try both ways out. You experiment with it. How do you feel it? How do you like it? And you go with that. Or if you have a teacher, you do what they tell you to do while you study under them. Yes. Speed, well, andante is a nice stroll. It's not slow. It's think of a waltz. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Please don't copy me. You read it and get into the music and feel the music. If I played this 10 times, I'd play it different every single time, because I play by feel, and it depends on how I feel it. Now, they show pedal for the last two measures. I very strongly disagree with that. Please don't use pedal in this. I'm dying away and I'm slowing down. I'm not going to add overtones now. Just don't. So if I were your teacher, I'd take a pencil and scribble out that pedal line. You don't need pedal in this. Let's play it together very slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do any dynamics, and I can't slow down at the end. This is just checking notes and rhythms. We're not performing it. So I'll give us 3 counts. 1, ready, go.